Good morning, first graders. Let's jump right into April Number Corner. We're going to start right away with our calendar. Now, you guys have been off of school for 5 days, so I have already turned over those 5 calendar markers. We saw the letter H, we saw a pentagon, we saw a parallelogram, we saw this shape. Lots of you, I'm sure, are going to call it a star. This shape had 12 sides, though, so the official geometry name for this shape would be a dodecagon. And then we saw another trapezoid. Today, we're seeing another letter. We're seeing the letter S. Let's go take a closer look at this letter and decide, is this symmetrical? We're going to start by dividing it vertically. Does this side match up with that side? No, those two pieces don't look the same. So it's not symmetrical if I divide it in half that way. Let me try dividing it in half horizontally. Now I'm noticing if I could take these pieces and turn them or rotate them, they would line up. But if I just folded straight on this line, this curve is going to line up with the end of an S, just like this curve lines up with the other end. So it's not symmetrical. Let's go add those observations into our observation chart. Now we already kind of noticed that those quadrilaterals are not following a pattern. But I want to do some noticing quick before I put in the other information. If we can see a pattern emerging with some of those letters that are coming out. So in this case, we saw 4 shapes, then a letter. We saw 4 shapes and then another letter. We saw 4 shapes and then a letter. Is that following a pattern? You're right, it is. So right now, I can kind of make a prediction. I'm predicting that we'll have 4 shapes, but on the 20th, we're going to see another letter coming up. Now, adding in our information, we said we did not have, it was not able to get split into equal parts. So no, this shape does not have symmetry, or it is not symmetrical. And that still follows our pattern that we've been noticing for the rest of the month. Heading on over now for days of school. Today, it is the 132nd day of school. Can you count that up with me, friends? 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132. It is the 132 or 132nd day of school. And when we look at that number 132, we know those digits have special meanings. I know the 2 means that there was 2 single X's or 2 1s. The 3 was in the 10 spot, or telling me how many groups of 10s. We saw 3 groups of 10s or 30. And the 1 is in the 100 spot. We had 1 group of 100. 100 plus 30 plus 2 equals 132. Alrighty, we are going to take a look at our calendar collector. Now, this week is only a 3-day week, and the week after that is only going to be a 3-day week. So we're going to combine those weeks, and our week 3 is really going to include those 6 days all together. So right now I know that this is going to be part of my week 3, and we're ready then to give it a spin. All right, and we're starting off with 5 popsicle sticks for this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. First graders, if a bundle is worth 10 popsicle sticks, how many more do we need to be able to trade them for a bundle? You're right, we need 5 more because 5 plus 5 equals that group of 10. All right, my first grade friends. We're just going to quick re-look at our calendar collection so far. Week 1, we collected 8 popsicle sticks. Week 2, we had 13. Now for week 3, I just told you, we're going to extend that week. And it's going to include 6 days instead of our typical 4 days of Number Corner. Right now, knowing that, can you make a prediction? How many popsicle sticks do you think we might collect this week? I hear lots of you making predictions that are greater than 13, which makes a lot of sense because we collected 13 in a 4-day week. If we have 2 more days, that's 2 more chances to have extra popsicle sticks. So it would make sense that we probably are going to have a number greater than 13. All right, friends, the last thing I want to show you is this Number Corner page. You're going to find this page in the activity section on Seesaw. Your job today is to fill in the missing numbers in this 100 grid. Now, you can use your counting by one strategy to help you out. So, for example, you might go right along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be one strategy you could use. But you might also notice some other patterns starting to arrange or to appear in this number grid. Like right over here, I'm noticing that all of these numbers have something in common. They all look like groups of 10. So I don't have to count by ones to know that this number right here is going to be 50. I can use my counting by tens to help me out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Ooh, or if I'm going along this row right here, or I should say this column, I notice that all these numbers are having something in common. I see a 3, a 3, a 3, a 3, a 3, a 3. They're all ending in a 3. The number in the one spot is a 3. So I know this number right here is also going to end in a 3. I had 13, 23. Oh, well, my next number would be 33 then, because I'm in the 30s family there. Doesn't matter what strategy you use, as long as you're filling in those missing numbers. You might even use a different strategy. You might ask yourself, well, what number comes next, or what number comes before? Like I said, you'll find this in the number or in the activity library of your Seesaw account. And that's what we're asking for you to post for math today. All right, thank you so much, first graders. Keep up the great job.